so good.
What's up, guys? Time is back on the LinScents video. The wifey is here. Say hello, wifey.
Hello.
Now, she is here because, you know, long before we ever got married, we had a date first. But before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it is that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that brand new
Macintosh.
that big screen TV, whether you're at work, at home, at a train, in a plane, or an automobile. However, and wherever you're watching me, it is an honor. If you're new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like, because we all love likes. Now, hopefully, most of you guys that are watching my videos are either married or have a girlfriend, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But, just maybe, there are a few of you that are single.
I'm looking for a special someone.
You are single.
And ready to meet.
You finally got yourself a nice date. Going to a nice restaurant because, you know, first impressions are always the best, right? So, got to take your wifey or future wifey to one of the nicest restaurants that you can afford.
Or these are unisex.
The one that has at least 2 money signs on the Google when you search it. It's got to have at least 2 money signs. Now, if you go to that 4th money sign, you should be good, okay? But if you're just going for that 2, okay?
Don't let this man fool you.
Let's say you're going to that 2 money sign restaurant, okay?
1 money sign.
And you pick her up and you realize, you know what? I just forgot I don't have any cologne on. I just smell like a normal Joe. Here you are trying to impress this lady. Now, you know you're already going to be impressive by taking her to that 2 money sign restaurant, right? But you don't smell good. You dress good. You look good. You kind of got watches. You got nice shoes. But you just don't smell good. So you tell her, hey, look, we got to take a trip on by the TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Ross. Now, the one thing is, when you go to a TJ Maxx or Marshalls, usually those two, they are close by. Most of them are close by to an Ulta, right?
Generally, yeah.
Most of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could either go the real cheap route and go into Ulta, spray a few things on real quick, have her sit in the car, pretend like you're buying some stuff, right? But...
well, can he do this before he picks her up?
True. But let's say he probably should do this, okay? Do this before you pick her up, okay? Because she already smells you and you probably stink anyways. But do this before you pick her up. Go to Ulta. But there might be a part of you that says, you know what, I'm a collector and I don't feel like... this is where I would come into play. I don't feel like just spraying some stuff. I gotta buy something. There's something inside me. But you don't want to spend too much because remember, you're going to that 2 money sign restaurant. And who knows? The wifey might try to order the 4 money sign. So, you could either go the ghetto route and go to Ulta's and do your thing. Or, there are 4 cheapies that I got in this video that are usually readily available at any TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Burlington. You should be able to hit at least, if you hit up all 4 of those at once, you should be guaranteed to see probably all of these, whether they're one at the other, one at the other. They might even all be at the same spot. So, we are here to test these out. Which one would the wifey or the hopefully soon-to-be wifey enjoy? And these are cheap. So you can save that little extra money and still get that 4 money sign meal.
Yeah.
Because just because the place has 2 money signs, sometimes there's some stuff on that thing that is 4 money signs or marketplace value, if you will. So I got 4 of them in front of me. And we will start with the cheapest one. Now, this one is usually pretty much available pretty much at either Marshalls or TJ Maxx. That's where I usually find them. Burlington, maybe once in a while. Ross, once in a while. But TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So if you're there, again, either go the route of Ulta, but then you don't get to have those colognes because, look, those colognes are going to be like $100, and you still got to save money for that restaurant, remember?
And you have to remember, too, if this scent smells really good on you, this woman's going to associate that scent with you.
And then you're going to have to go fork up the money over there. So I have 4 of them in front of me. They should be cheap, less than 30 bucks each. So if you want, you might even be able to just grab all of these. But we will tell you our favorite of these 4. So if you ever make that mistake, leaving the house, getting ready to go on that blind date, you forget some fragrance, you gotta run to a store. These 4 are really readily available at any one of those discounters. So we'll start off with this one, the CKOne Shock. Now you guys know this is a teenager classic that is a person that was just trying to get into a tobacco style fragrance. This is tobacco-y, it's sweet, it's got a great opening, and the wifey is going to smell it to let you know what she thinks. Now this one usually is about 20 bucks at TJ Maxx, okay? $20, okay? And the smell on this is amazing, you guys.
Look at that atomizer.
Atomizer is pretty good. Again, if you are new to the tobacco game, maybe you don't like...
That smells good.
Now, you are going to smell a little on the younger man side because this isn't that dry, like, earthy tobacco. This is like a sweet. This is a sweetie, almost syrupy tobacco you smell, okay? So, you might look like a youngster, but the future wife just might like that. What do you think of that one?
I like it, but do you want to smell old and stiff? Don't you want to still let her know that you have some youthfulness to you still?
It is good. It's that kind of reminds me of Versace Dreamer,
okay,
but with a little bit of tobacco in it. That kind of powdery cherry tobacco-ish smell, which is very good. I kind of like it.
Me too.
I don't gravitate to this one that much, to be honest, because it is kind of like a boyish, younger guy fragrance. Now, I would probably wear this if we went bowling. Maybe if we were going bowling right away first, maybe I would wear this. But we're going to a dinner first, okay? Remember, this is going to a dinner first. You got to make that first lasting impression. Would this make a lasting impression?
I think so. But you got to, unless the woman is really into fragrances, I am not. My husband buys all my fragrances generally. He's not into purses.
So here's the thing. So what I think what she's trying to say is that if you're not really trying to impress a frag head, if you will, if this blind date that you're meeting is a frag head herself, this may not be the one you want to go with then, okay? So hopefully you are not going on a blind date with a frag head, because she will probably curse you out with this one, even though it smells so good. But maybe she's a expert and knows cheap fragrances when she smells them. But this one, 20 bucks or less.
It's not like it's from, the Walgreens special. It's not the Walgreens.
It's not a bod spray. It's not Axe, okay? It's still an actual fragrance. It's Calvin Klein, for crying out loud. Next up, you know what? I'm going to pass on one because there's another one back here that I want to get, because that one is actually usually readily available. Can you pass me that one real quick? That one with that star right on top, because I kind of don't want 2 Calvin Klein fragrances in here, okay? So
maybe you can use that one.
We're going to substitute the one Calvin Klein out, so that one will be out. Okay. Next up, one that's readily available. This one I usually find at Burlington. Most of the time it's $24 for a 100 ml. If you got to go smaller, it's about 14 to 16 bucks. This is that Sean John Unforgivable. Another great fragrance. Smells great. Smells kind of classy, woody, a little bit citrusy. But who knows? Does the wifey like it? Okay, this is Sean John, for crying out loud. You can lie to this lady and be like, I got Sean John fragrance. Bad boy. Bad boy.
You could tell her take that.
Now this is like their take on this is Sean John's take on a Creed fragrance, if you will. What do you think?
It's very light and crisp.
It's kind of got this nice, sweet, citrusy kind of smell. Almost like an orange or a grapefruit, if you will. But between the two so far, me personally, I would rather wear this, but I think the wifey probably would rather me wear that. Yep. Okay, because I actually like this a little bit more than this. But remember, you guys are doing this for first impressions, so you're like, I want to make sure she really likes it. So, the Sean John is actually, it's good, but it's not first date. Blow the lady's socks off with your scent style fragrance.
I'm
Not close.
Fan of it.
No, it's okay. It's great for a youngster, you know, just getting into the fragrance game.
I don't think it's great for anyone. Honestly.
No, it's kind of grapefruity, like kind of citrusy, sweet. It kind of has like this watery smell, this aquatic, which I like.
I would like that on a young guy. That's more of an older man to me.
Maybe not. Maybe it is an older man fragrance. And you guys know this is cloning like a Creed fragrance, and Creed has been around for quite a while, so old people probably wore that one a while back. So
I don't know.
Yes, this one, I like it personally. It's not the best in the Sean John lineup, but this one, if you see this one, pass on this one. Again, remember, we are trying to impress that first date, okay? Next up, we have one that is pretty popular, and it's popular because it has some nice loudness. It's loud. It's great for like cool weather, nice sweater. It's got this nice fresh spiciness to it. It's kind of powdery. And again, this thing is loud. It's cheap. You can get this for less than 30 bucks. Now mine was 20 bucks because it's the smaller bottle, but usually the bigger bottles are less than 30. That is this Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. Now don't get that confused with the regular one or the F Blue. This one is F Black. So there's F Black. So this one is going to be fresh. It's kind of spicy, kind of powdery.
If the lady sees it on your dresser, she might be impressed because he makes nice bags.
But now this is lovely, you guys. I personally like this fragrance.
I do like that.
I like it more and this would be the perfect time to, on a date night, you're going into a, you know, maybe this is kind of the cool weather too. This is a great sweater, wool jacket style fragrance. You spray it on, you're gonna smell this all day, okay? You're gonna get some little breezes going, and you're gonna just smell fresh. You're gonna smell powdery, kind of classy, kind of sexy. What do you think?
I like that one.
She does like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ferragamo F Black. I like it too. That's definitely, this is one of my favorites, and obviously, if you look at this, this is probably one of the most damaged juice bottles in my collection. And for this thing to be less than 30, that's saying something. So, Ferragamo F Black. Okay. Last but not least, this one kind of just made its way into the rack stores maybe about a year ago. Got super duper hype. Everyone had to get all over this fragrance, and maybe because it's a Mont Blanc fragrance. Mont Blanc. Kind of guy makes expensive fragrances. His biggest seller is probably Explore. That one's the Creed Aventus cologne.
Wow.
But this one is Starwalker Extreme. Now they have an original Starwalker, which I personally wasn't a biggest fan of it. I didn't really gravitate to it all, and I really don't gravitate to this one at all. It's just there in the collection because I jumped on the hype wagon. So let's see. I haven't smelled it in a long time though. Like the last time I smelled it was when I first opened it up, and I didn't do a video on this one because plenty of people did videos on it already, so there was no need to do it. I didn't think, but so I forgot already what this thing smells like. So what does it smell like? It might have some ginger in there and stuff, some spices. If you can even smell it.
No, I like
for it to be extreme.
I like that one. You kind of.
Okay, so
I like that one.
It is. It does kind of have like this warm spiciness to it. A slight like bit of sweet, like a little bit of slight sweet, and maybe a little bit of citrus. But me, I'm not a big fan of this one. If anything, this is probably my third favorite, though. I think out of all of them, my favorite would be my least favorite would be the CKOne Shock. It smells good, but just kind of don't like that powdery sweet. The combination of the two is kind of a little bit off-putting for me. My favorite would be F Black. This would be the one that I would wear personally if I was trying to be attractive to her, to try to wow her. Maybe that'd be my signature scent that she remembers me wearing. Hopefully no other ex-boyfriends have worn that one and she can detect it right away. Like, you smell like that creep, that last creep, that pig. But that's my favorite. if I was to choose, again, you only got like 30, maybe you got $100, but again, you only want to spend a little so you can save that last 70 for that $4 meal that she might purchase or might buy, and then you're gonna have to pay for it.
Maybe she's nice and she'll choose a nice salmon that's a 3 money sign.
Usually salmon's around that 2.5 money sign to 3. So as long as she stays with salmon and not halibut and shark or anything like that,
that mahi.
You might be able to stay. Now you might have to get the chicken tender meal, but you might be able to get away with that.
But that's usually what you want anyways.
This is, you have $100 on you. You go out, you buy one fragrance for 30. You still got 70. You should be able to both get at least a soda pop too, if you will. Should be able to at least tip the waitress a nice good 10%. Even though 20% is better. If you guys don't tip your waitresses or your service people, please tip. But if you had to pick, which one would you want me to wear to? Like, which one would have been your favorite overall to smell? So there's the CKOne Shock. Again, sweet tobacco-y. This one is Ferragamo F Black.
Okay.
Now this one,
let's dry down a little different.
F Black. Again, F Black to me is much better once you get outdoors and you start sweating a little bit, you start moving, but it really is great. To me, it's great on my sweaters and stuff. When it gets on skin, it's a little bit different.
It smells like tweed looks.
Like tweed looks. This is, Unforgivable.
Sean John, right? And then the back.
Man, and honestly, and this one right here, in the fur, is Mont Blanc.
His breath now.
You know what? If I had to go based off the skin scent, I'm actually going with Sean John. I actually like the way this Sean John just smells like so. It's like fresh. It's kind of citrusy. It has this almost like this aquatic smell, like this watery smell. I would wear that, but the wifey probably would be disgusted, or your girlfriend. Like, it has that like aquatic, almost like watery, citrusy smell.
I wouldn't be disgusted because you would smell good and you would smell clean, like you put in some effort. So no, I wouldn't be disgusted.
But out of all 4 of those, which one would you prefer me, or which one would you suggest the guy pick?
Honestly, I would probably.
So I think you're leaning probably towards F Black or this Mont Blanc. So smell the Mont Blanc one more time.
I think that's what I was going.
And then F Black.
No, not the Mont. I don't like that one. I think I am going.
Or are you going with CK Shock, the sweet?
That's usually my favorite, but I think that I am changing it today to the Mont Blanc. I like this Mont Blanc today. It is, once it dried down, like I liked it when he sprayed it on, but the dry down is a little bit more subtle and a little bit more appealing than the CK. And I actually usually like that CK on him. It smells really good.
So,
I like this Mont Blanc.
There.
It's a little bit more mature because he doesn't like the super sweet. But I like this. It smells really good. I don't know if I've ever smelled this one before.
So, there you guys go. There was 4 fragrances again. Those are all pretty much anytime available at one of those rag stores. If you went to all 4 of them, you should at least be able to pick up one of those, okay? Not saying you'll pick up all of them, but you should be able to pick up at least one of those. And again, a lot of times some of these places are so close to each other, so you shouldn't have to waste that much gas to get to all 4 of these places. Hopefully you get to the right one right away, and they got this thing right here. But the wifey says Starwalker. Me personally, on the skin, I was more of a fan of Unforgivable. But in the air, F Black would be my way to go. But that is that. So with that being said, we are going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed that wonderful video.
Nice chatting.
If you guys are, again, ready to go on that first official date and you need a cheap fragrance, you're ready to go impress the lady, go with the Starwalker Extreme, okay?
Or the Sean John.
Or Sean John. So, that being said, we're going to get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe. and we'll see you next time. Peace.